There are moments when we realize that swimming far has nothing to do with youth or strength. It lies entirely in the rhythm of our breath. And when the breath is freed, the body becomes as light as water. Hello there, my friends. Today, I want to bring you a very different perspective on swimming, an activity that seems to demand power, but is actually guided almost entirely by breath. At age 60 and beyond, we're not racing anyone, nor do we need to prove anything. What we truly need is to know how each stroke can become a moment of calm, ease, and effortlessness. To do that, I'll share the most important secret for older adults when swimming: understanding the rhythm of breath and using that breath to guide the rhythm of each stroke. Before we get started, leave me a quick comment. I want to swim better. That way, I'll know you're ready for this little journey. My dear friends, when people talk about breathing in swimming, younger folks often treat it as a technique. But for those of us over 60, breathing is sometimes a memory stored in the body. It carries tension, fear of water, fatigue, and long-held limitations. That's why, to swim well, we first need to make peace with our own breath. And the best way to do that is to learn the basic breathing rhythm designed especially for older adults. Basic breathing for swimmers. Over 60, the 1-3 or 1-4 rhythm. The 1-3 or 1-4 rhythm isn't a rigid formula. It's simply a way to synchronize your stroke with your breath. One quick inhale, followed by 3 to 4 strokes where your only job is to glide. I often tell my older students, your breath is the guide, your arms are just companions traveling along. When you take that short, quick inhale, your body receives enough oxygen to maintain movement. And during the next 3 or 4 arm strokes, there's no need to hold your breath. Just exhale slowly and steadily. Studies from universities across the United States show that as we grow older, breath-holding capacity decreases. That's why continuous exhalation helps prevent CO2 buildup, the very thing that makes us tired and dizzy in the water. In that process, the most important thing isn't the number of strokes, but the sense of calm. If you feel your chest soften, if your exhale flows out like a gentle breeze, that means your body is moving in the right direction. Try commenting "OK" below the video so I know you've grasped this key idea. When the breath has settled into its own rhythm, we begin stepping into a more fascinating world, where breathing helps the swim feel like you're simply drifting. Slow, steady, relaxed. One interesting thing I've noticed is this. Older adults who've been swimming for years rarely swim fast. They don't pull hard, they don't kick aggressively. They move slowly, yet somehow travel incredibly far. Experts call this energy efficiency. Older swimmers simply call it not wasting energy. When you slow down, your heart rate stabilizes. And when your breath isn't forced, your body no longer feels rushed or short of air. From there, every stroke becomes a gentle conversation between you and the water. Long reach, long glide. Water is magical in its own way. If you try to punch through it, it pushes back. But if you gently paint across it with a long reach, it opens a path for you to move forward. That's why long strokes are so important for swimmers over 60. When you extend your arm fully forward, your body has more time to exhale, and you create a natural glide. Researchers in aquatic biomechanics at Stanford have said, a long stroke saves 2 to 3 times more energy than a short, forceful one. So you don't need strength. You need smoothness. Let the water lift you, as if it's helping continue the story your arm just wrote. Gentle kicks. Don't kick hard. This is the most common mistake among older swimmers. Strong kicks don't make you faster. They only drain your breath and make your heart race. At 60 and beyond, the muscles in the thighs and hips aren't as strong or flexible as before. So kicking hard only stiffens the body and disrupts balance. All you need are small, light kicks from the ankles, not the whole leg. Try it and you'll feel it. Gentle kicks help you float more naturally. That's when your breath stays steady instead of being yanked by every strong kick. When you're tired, don't inhale more. Exhale more. Many people think fatigue comes from lack of oxygen, but older adults often get tired because of too much CO2. If you're swimming and suddenly feel tightness in your chest or dizziness, It's not because you can't breathe in, it's because CO2 is stuck inside. The solution is very simple. Exhale more, longer, deeper. Just 5-7 seconds of continuous exhalation underwater can calm the body almost instantly. I've met many older swimmers who spent a full year swimming without knowing this. And when they finally understood, they told me, "Now I see, swimming isn't about using strength, it's about using breath." And that's absolutely true. Rhythm of breath, plus rhythm of stroke, eel endurance. There are a few simple exercises that help maintain breath endurance without hard physical effort. For example, the 1-5 breathing drill. Face down, exhale for 5 seconds, lift up for a 1-second inhale. It sounds simple, but it's a powerful way to clear CO2 from the lungs. Or the water walking with breath rhythm. Inhale once, then take 3 steps. This builds the habit of stable breathing without having to swim. Another gentle exercise. Glide with a kickboard and focus only on the breathing rhythm. Just hold the board, relax your legs, and breathe correctly without worrying about balance. When your body becomes familiar with these drills, you'll find yourself swimming farther without fatigue and longer without gasping for air. Because breath has become your partner, not an obstacle. My dear friends, swimming at 60 and beyond isn't about competition or proving anything. It's a moment for your body to relax, for your breath to guide you back to a softness that life has sometimes taken away. Once you understand the 1-3 or 1-4 rhythm, once you know how to glide long, kick lightly, and especially how to exhale more when you're tired, every stroke stops being an effort and becomes a joy. If today's video brings you something helpful, please subscribe to the channel. We still have many peaceful journeys ahead of us, together.